welcome to our program, VVB. We are a Hong Kong-based wine program, and my name is Kevin Ho, and
I'm
by my side,
Lee.
there's Houghton Lee, who is also a certified wine educator from the Society of Wine Educators, America. So today, what wine are we going to try? Because normally our program, we've been doing it for over a thousand episodes, and we've been
How many years?
Over how many years? I don't know. We begun in 2012.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, around
2012.
So it's
right?
almost 8 years now.
So yeah, almost 8 years, and I'm not that good with numbers, so my mind is a little bit. Okay, so what is the main character of our show? Like, what do we do? We taste wines, but we usually do special wines, right?
Exotic wine, yes.
Wines from how do you define exotic?
From special regions, or even from some mainstream region. We pick some special wineries.
So wines that are not that famous.
Right.
Okay. Some obscure wines. Let's put it this way, huh?
Okay.
Okay. So today we have two very obscure wines from very obscure regions.
Yes.
Super exotic.
Really adventurous this time.
Okay. This bottle here. I mean, it looks so weird because there's not much information on a back label, but from the front label there's a bit of a Korean down there. But then there's nothing. It just says it's from the Republic of Korea. Okay, the southern one, South Korea, and the grape is Chardonnay Semillon, and it's from a winery that I've never heard of. I cannot even pronounce it, seriously. Koiberpunk.
Yes, Koiberpunk.
Koiberpunk.
Right. According to the
actually, what does it mean?
According to the owner, okay, that's what he wrote on his website. He said the Koiberpunk means cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk.
Yes, he just wants to have some high-tech touch for his winery.
So
his winery is small.
Is that winery high-tech at all?
Well, that reminds me of another winery called the MGA in the Yamanashi that we introduced before, right? That one in Japan, and that was a winery converted from what used to be a semiconductor factory.
Yeah, right. That one I understand. I mean, I've been to that winery called MGS, right?
Right, that is really a state of the art.
MGV, I'm sorry.
Yeah, MGV, sorry.
I've been to that winery. It was converted from a semiconductor factory, and then it was high tech in the sense that they have this regime of hygiene.
Yes.
It's sort of crazy because they
sleeky clean. Yeah.
It is sleeky clean. It is spotless, basically the entire factory. It was crazy.
You have to wear the mock when you enter the fermentation room.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But then this one, does it have anything to do with that? When it's called cyberpunk?
No, but I think that the boss just, I don't know. I don't know the history of the boss. Maybe he was an engineer too. But he just say Koiber in Korean. It would let you associate with cyber.
But the
founder, Koiberpunk means cyberpunk.
The founder,
cyber and punky.
It's called Ted.
Right.
Sung Chan Ko.
Yeah.
So he's got an English name, Ted. So I assume that he's probably American, Korean, or whatever, right?
Yes.
And then where is it situated? In Korea. Where in South Korea is it situated?
Yeah. Can you get the map? Thank you. Yes.
Okay, so it's near Daegu.
Right. You know Daegu in the middle of South Korea.
It's famous for coronavirus. I'm sorry.
Well, yes.
There was a big outbreak there, right?
Well, we all know
Daegu.
Busan, right?
Busan is
it's just a bit north of the Busan.
Okay, it's the coastal city,
right.
Busan. So Daegu is sort of in the middle
part
of South Korea. Yeah, so it's quite far from the coast.
Okay, yeah, and the vineyard is in a small in the province, in the city called the Yongchang. Yeah,
Yongchang.
Yes, in the province of the Gyeongsang. Okay, the Gyeongsang province is just next to the Daegu city. Right.
Gyeongsang Buk province.
It's a very agricultural area.
I think I've been to Daegu a few years ago, but I don't remember this area, and I've never heard of any winery in.
Hold on, Daegu is a very industrial town.
It is.
But Yongchong, that area is very agricultural.
Okay.
Very scenic.
So
and that is where the vineyard is.
It's a white wine, Chardonnay, Semillon. Do you know the percentage?
No idea.
No idea. Okay. I would assume there's more Chardonnay than Semillon, or at least 50-50. It's from 2018 vintage, so it's quite recent. Alcohol level, that's the interesting part. It's 11%. So I will assume this wine might be a little bit sweet.
Yes, still sugar left.
There must be a little bit of residual sugar. Okay, let's try it.
Okay, so while you pour, I just give a little bit more further background. How big is this winery? The vineyard area only 0.6 hectare.
0.6 hectare. So how many bottles can you make out of it?
Or how many wines can they put in the vineyard?
That's quite small, huh?
Right, just quite small. It's a
very small. It's tiny, actually.
Typical garage winery.
Okay.
And they only grow Semillon, right? Chardonnay, and a bit of the MBA, the Muscat-Bélier.
Which is the Muscat-Bélier, which is actually a Japanese crossing grape. Yeah.
Yes.
But it's very rare.
Very rare. So they make some, the MBA makes red wine.
So they have white and they have red.
Right.
So we're now trying its white. Let's do it. Let's give it a test drive. On the nose, very funky. I'm sorry. I can smell mango, clear mango.
Very strong minerality.
Some minerality, but that mango obvious. Nose is really weird. There's a bit of stone fruits. Weird. And then, on the palate.
Taste it. Not completely dry.
There is residual sugar. I'm sure there is RS. I would say around, say, 10 to 15. Yeah, 10 to 15 mg.
I would say
yeah.
off dry.
It's a bit off dry.
And I taste.
And there's a very distinct, slight bitterness, but that reminds you of ginseng. I have no idea. Why does it taste like ginseng?
Korea.
Is it Taiwan, Korea, or what? There's that weird ginseng candy. Have you tried ginseng candies? You know, growing up in Hong Kong, we during Chinese New Year, some people would just give us sweets, right? And there are some Korean ginseng candies, and that reminds me of it. It's
Can
very
you
strange.
find ginseng candies in California?
Yes, K-Town.
Yeah,
You can find anything Korean in K-Town. Probably this wine. Or New York. There's a big Korean community in New York, right? So probably you can find it in K-Town. I don't know.
Right, go back to the palate taste. I think I also taste some lychee.
Lychee. But it's strange. I mean, it's supposed to be a Chardonnay Semillon. But it doesn't taste Chardonnay to me. It doesn't taste Semillon to me. It tastes like, I don't know, what is it? It's weird.
But there's no wine fault in it.
No, winemaking wise, it's all right, huh?
Okay, it's a well-made wine. I mean, and I checked the website, which I published on our Facebook. The winemaker is a lady. It's a grandmother. Lady. Yes, she just in her self-introduction, she's fond of her grandchildren.
And she started making wine. What's the connection?
I don't know the connection. How she started making wine.
That is the winemaker.
Yes, it's a lady. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Okay.
No wonder the wine tastes of ginseng, huh?
And actually, the website also very well made, very well designed.
Well,
I like that.
Well, they're quite international, actually.
Yeah.
It's all in English.
And the guy below her is a vineyard manager.
But I'm surprised that they look more international than a lot of Japanese wineries. I'm sorry.
So I think this Ted, the owner, is a techie before. Maybe he worked at the Silicon Valley before.
All right, and then returned to Korea or something, huh?
Right. Yes.
No idea. But we're just assuming.
Okay.
But the wine is actually very interesting. I mean, it's one of the most interesting whites I've tried lately because I mean I've never had a white that tastes of ginseng really. I mean, how to pair this wine? Maybe with some Korean food, ginseng chicken or whatever.
Now, and also want to share with the audience is, you know, that is Daegu in the middle.
Yeah.
But you know, Korea is a small country, And it is on
South Korea is small.
Yeah, it is on the eastern border of the Asia continent.
Yeah.
So it is very wet.
It
a lot of
indeed
rain.
quite wet.
And I checked the precipitation data.
Yeah.
They have about 1,000 millimeter.
Okay.
Think of it. Bordeaux is about 800 something.
Okay.
Ningxia 200. Yamanashi is
200 is not
1,600. Right.
So
it's very dry.
The ideal rainfall for vineyards, I would say it's from 600 all the way to about 1,000, something like a bit more than 1,000. But the maximum threshold, 1,600. More than that, sorry.
But it's still relatively wet.
It's relatively wet.
But how could he do organic?
Well, the production is quite small, right?
He claims it's organic.
Well, when you have only 0.6 hectares, I think you can pay enough attention to your vines. It's small enough. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but if you have 600 hectares, it's a little bit difficult.
Usually in Asia, most of the rain, in the June to September, the harvest season.
That is the problem.
Right, that's a huge problem. How can you maintain organic practice?
I would assume they have to pay a lot of attention.
So we have to pay a visit to them sometime.
To Korea?
Yeah.
Why not? Well, I haven't been to Korea for a while, so why not?
Yeah, all right. So now this
interesting wine.
Now this wine is available in a lot of outlets in Hong Kong right now. It's not hard to find.
Not hard to find in Hong Kong, but it's very hard to find outside of Hong Kong, I think. Outside of Korea.
I think they have an agent in California.
In California?
Yeah.
Okay, try. I'm just saying, try K-Town in LA. Probably you can find it. Anyway, so that's it with a white, right?
Yeah.
So
anything else about it, or what about the acidity?
I think you know what, the aftertaste of it, it's not very lingering. I mean, I don't taste anything after the first palate. Acidity, okay, it's sort of there, but it's covered by the sweetness. The wine is not complex. It's just weird. It's weird, but not really complex.
But why they want to make an off-dry wine? Actually, they can make a completely dry wine. Typically, Chardonnay, Semillon should be...
I think it might...
If Semillon, sometimes, yes, they can make sweet wine from Semillon. But well, usually
I think it has to do with the palate or with the cuisine. Because this style of wine I think it would go pretty well with some Korean dishes. With some heat, with some spiciness.
Spiciness, yeah.
Yeah, with kimchi or whatever, you might want a bit of sweetness to it.
Okay, use the sweetness to pair with the spiciness.
Yeah.
Or the heat of the food.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
But what I find, okay, a lot of Koreans would say they don't agree. Korean food is always a bit sweet. There's a lot of sweetness in Korean food. But Koreans say their food is not sweet at all.
All right, we like to give a score to them.
This wine.
Yeah.
It's so weird. Okay, it's an interesting wine to try, but it's not a wine that I would buy a case of. Yeah? So I would say, see, it's a pass. Yeah? But nothing more. Huh? I don't think it's worth much more than that.
Okay, give them a C plus then.
But the price. What's the price?
It's 450 Hong Kong dollars. It's more than 50 US.
No.
Is it?
No. 50 US for that wine?
No.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Try once in your life.
Yeah, but the production is...
It's so small.
So small.
Yeah. So, okay, it's for curiosity.
Correct, yeah.
Okay? But nothing more. Okay, fine. We're done with the white. So we'll come back for the red. Okay? So, see you later.
See you later.